back at it again, and we have another one with Caitlin. So, you know this is going to be really, really good. But as always, let's dive in.
Who are you? Who do you work for?
It's my YouTube channel, Liberty Hangout. We're about like democracy, women's rights, and I noticed She the People, and I was like, yes. Can I ask you guys about?
Caitlin is hilarious. It's about democracy and women's rights, and then the oh man, you gotta love Caitlin, right?
Sure. Okay, so just give me the spiel. What? She the People. Let me know what that means.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of just like want a woman president, though. Like, we have no representation, especially in government. I work in government, so it's like very disheartening to look around and just see a bunch of men and, you know that like it could be a very long time, before we have.
So mine is a collage of all the stickers I've accumulated from all the protests I've been to in the past year.
That's a lie. Is each one a different protest?
Yeah.
That is brave.
Whoa. Each one of those stickers is from a different protest. Each one. That is absolutely, positively crazy. And one thing that I don't understand about some of this stuff is why people choose to be so unhappy. There's a million things to go look at, to go see, mountain ranges to climb and get the beautiful views and majestic animals and beasts to go and see, like just wonderful things that you could spend your time doing that I'm sure would make you a whole lot happier than going to, I don't know how many stickers that is. How many would you guys say? I would guess at least 30. At least 30. And that's on the low end. I'd say it's closer to like 45 stickers on that thing. That is just absolutely crazy. But you choose to be unhappy. That's so weird to me, like I just don't understand that. Interesting. And also, how do these folks have enough time to go to all these protests? Like, where are they working? I mean, they can't work, right? And how are they making any type of money? Like, does the government just fund them because they're not employed? How does all this work? I'm confused. I really am, because this isn't the first time we've seen something like that. Y'all let me know in the comment section, please.
Yeah, I mean, it's fun for me. I have fun with it. But I'm an environmental science student, so I believe in creating policy that's based on sustainability. Sustainability includes equality and also keeping the environment safe and the people in it safe. So that's kind of...
Can you tell me how... Oh, okay, whoa. That's a whole different subject. Okay, tell me about this one.
So we're here today with Code Pink, and they're really into international laws. And I chose this because I don't think it's right to be keeping children in camps. I also think this parade today is really interesting, how he wants to have all of these armed vehicles and tanks in front of the Capitol building. At the same time, there's children that are dying in these camps. So
what are the camps?
The camps are for the immigrant children that are being taken away from their parents. There's one in Florida, there's some in Texas, there's some in California, but they're shipping immigrant children to different camps where they do not have toothbrushes, they don't have toothpaste, they don't have diapers for babies, and they don't have places to go to the bathroom. In some places, women don't have access to water for days on end in really hot, cramped places. So this is...
Do you think these camps are comparable to the camps used in World War II?
My question would be, what are they supposed to do? I mean, listen, I'm not the most well-educated when it comes to immigration and that whole sort of thing and people crossing the border illegally. So would it be a good idea just to turn them back around as soon as they get to the border? Like, no, go back. Like, how does that whole situation work as far as the camps go? If there are camps, why do we have those camps, and why do we not just turn them back around right there at the border? Like, no, go back to wherever, you marched from. Let me know in the comments. I'm sure there's a reason, but, I'm not about to sit here and act like I know that reason. You guys can please let me know in the comment section. I'm not well educated when it comes to that topic or discussion. All right, let's continue on.
In Germany?
I definitely in really hot, cramped places. So this is.
Do you think these camps are comparable to the camps used in World War II in Germany?
What?
I definitely have been calling them concentration camps. I wouldn't right now compare this to exactly World War II, but these are definitely concentration camps.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Okay. Do you agree with that sentiment?
100%. Yeah, no, I mean, everything she said. I think that, it's easy for us to be like, oh, well, that's what everyone's mad about right now, so we're just not going to pay attention to it. But the actual Department of Homeland Security themselves did an audit of a lot of those camps, and they were not happy, to say the least. And I think there will be a lot of changes, I think, because people are speaking out.
Perfect. So I want to go back to She the People. Do you think it's more important?
And also, should we just be providing anyone and everyone with nice, comfy living just because they crossed the border? Like, hey, here's this, here's that, all paid for by the taxpayers of this country. Here you go. Here's a bunch of free stuff, so you're nice and comfortable. Even though you came here illegally, here's a bunch of free stuff to make you feel nice and comfortable. It's a genuine question. I'm not trying to be rude or disrespectful or anything. It's a genuine question. And also, how do you guys feel about that? I feel like our tax dollars are very poorly managed. Very, very poorly managed. If you haven't seen the YouTube short that I dropped yesterday, definitely go and check that out. Kind of touches on that a little bit, and how our tax dollars are mismanaged for sure. But anyway, let's continue on.
And to elect someone based on their merits and their policies rather than their gender?
Yes, I do. However, I don't think that that's the case because we have a President Trump instead of a President Hillary Clinton, and I do believe that her policies were better than his. And so I think that we have a
What's one policy you liked more about her in comparison to Trump?
Oh yeah.
I think she treats women a lot better. Like you said, that your YouTube channel is about women's rights, and so like I think that I don't know where you stand, but I can assume that like a lot of.
I haven't heard it.
I started chuckling as soon as she said that. You said your YouTube channel is about women's rights?
I think she treats women a lot better. Like you said, that your YouTube channel is about women's rights, and so like I think that I don't know where you stand, but I can assume that like a lot of.
I haven't heard any allegations against Hillary Clinton for sexual
assault. No.
Well, there has been one where she's defended a.
That is true.
Oh,
that's true. Yeah, that's not an allegation of sexual assault.
No, that's true. She defended someone. She defended someone and got him out of jail time for a little girl.
I think that's part of her job, and
to defend the.
Yeah, if that's what you're supposed to do, that.
Whoa! Time out, coach. Time out. So we rationalize this type of stuff, but yet when Trump says, "Oh yeah, grab her by the," the P word. He's a horrible, terrible, no good, very bad person, but she fought to make sure I can't say that word because obviously YouTube, and I'm sure that's why Caitlyn bleeped it out, but she fought to free someone who did actual terrible things versus just Trump saying some words. And you rap. That's crazy. And that's the recurring theme too, because if you guys remember, just the other day, we saw a very similar situation where one side did it, but then the other side did something similar and people started rationalizing it like, oh, well, yada, yada, yada. I think it was Joe Biden and Trump or something. They said Trump said some bad things, but then they were told that the bad things that they thought was Trump, Joe Biden actually said, and then they started to rationalize it. Hypocrites, man. Hypocrites. Let's just be fair. Like, I don't understand why that's so hard. Just be fair. Let's call a spade a spade. If you're gonna call one side out on it, call the other side out too.
It's her job. I think that our criminal justice
was his lawyer, right?
Yeah. I think that our criminal justice system is up. I don't think that she is the reason that it's up.
Okay.
I think that's not.
I think Hillary Clinton was neither one of our first picks, was it?
No, not really.
So we weren't really
but
behind
like when
her.
you have the other option of Trump, like you kind of settle a little.
It was like South Park, like egg versus turd sandwich or something. You guys remember that?
Yeah.
She watched the South
What's
Park?
one policy of Trump that you do like?
That's a good question. I can't think of a policy, but I can think of some of the stuff that he's done that I'm like for. I mean, the woman, or the man actually, that she has, I think it's his press secretary right now, the new one, is a gay man, which, you know, I think is like really great, and we certainly haven't had someone in that position before. That said, I think he does not help the LGBTQ community, but
So she only likes him because he's gay? What about his actual credentials? What about his track record? That's also a recurring theme. People care more about your sexual orientation or your skin color than they do about what you actually do or have done, or even what you know. Let's continue.
appreciate that he's in that position, even if it is just.
He hasn't helped them. And what policies or laws has he passed or not passed that would help?
The Equality Act would be a very good example of not passing something. Yeah.
What was in the Equality Act that we need in 2019?
Housing equality for LGBTQ people. I think that, you know, there's a lot of discrimination based on LGBTQ people. I personally have faced it, so I know that it's real. And it's very easy for Trump to like tweet one thing that says like, oh, like.
Hold on, wait. I've heard about this several times, but I have yet to see any actual video footage, evidence of it. It's just all speculation. So for anyone out there, and I know we do have a few members of the LGBTQ community right here on the channel. If there is any video evidence of any of this stuff happening, send it to me. Comment the video in the comment section or DM me the video via social media, Instagram or Twitter. Because if this is actually happening, I'll stand up and fight against it. Nobody should be discriminated against because they're gay, lesbian, or trans. It should be a couple different factors. One, can you pay the rent, or can you pay the mortgage or whatever? And are you going to destroy the property? Which, you know, a background check and that sort of thing comes into play as well. It should be that simple. So if people are getting discriminated against just because they're gay or trans or something, that's BS. That's bogus. And if that is happening on the scale that some of these folks want us to believe, I'll stand up and fight against it. I'll speak out against it all day, every day. I surely will.
Like, wow, I'm for LGBTQ people, but until he actually like does change, and it's clearly not on his agenda, then I'm not really interested in hearing what he has to say.
Okay, hopefully you're interested in hearing what I have to say about.
Wow, I'm for LGBTQ people, but until he easy for Trump to like tweet one thing that says like, oh, like, wow, I'm for LGBTQ people, but until he actually like does change, and it's clearly not on his agenda, then I'm not really.
So she wants him to tweet that? Why does he have to tweet that? That's weird.
Really interested in hearing what he has to say.
Okay.
And I feel like that's disingenuous anyway. Like you're trying to pander to folks at that point. Oh, I'm for the LGBTQ. Oh, I'm for black people. Like, no, don't say that kind of stuff. That's awkward. It's weird. Like, just treat me and anybody else the same way you treat everyone. You don't have to proclaim, hey, you're for black people. I don't know. I just don't agree with that. I believe in actions more than words, and all of this treat, you know, black and LGBTQ people special, that stuff is weird. Treat me the same way you treat everybody else.
Hopefully you're interested in hearing what I have to say about that. He's actually the first and only president in U.S. history that has mentioned LGBTQ rights and gay marriage in his acceptance speech into office. When he got, elected, he was going to be the president. In his acceptance speech, he said, I'm going to fight for gay Americans, LGBTQ community.
Has he done that?
I believe so, yes.
In what way?
He hasn't revoked gay marriage. He stands up for them.
Such a high bar.
Because it was, yes, it is. Because he said that he supports everybody's rights.
By not taking
That was a
away
big
these
fear.
people's rights, you think he's supporting?
Well, marriage isn't a right, but a lot of people were saying if we elect him in, he's going to take away gay marriage. So that has already been debunked. He's not interested in doing that. Okay. What rights do we need to pass for LGBTQ Americans that they don't have?
Minimum wage, the right to equal pay for women.
That's not a right. When we talk about rights, constitutional rights.
People deserve a livable wage.
But that's not a right.
Okay, then that's where we...
She said a livable wage is a right. No, it is not. No, it is not. And then she contradicted herself because she said people deserve. Well, you just said it was a right. Now you're just saying deserve. You don't deserve anything, okay?
We disagree.
Where in the Constitution does it say that that's a right?
People have the right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. It's like
Oh, so you're pro-life. Oh, you're not pro-life.
No, I'm not.
Got her right there. Life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. So you're pro-life, huh? She completely froze. Completely froze. Didn't know what to say. She walked herself into it. Golly. These folks are complete hypocrites. You just said life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, but you're not pro-life? How does that work? But then you just use that to make an argument. But I guarantee you she's going to tear it apart. Right here. Let's see.
But that's not a right.
okay, then that's where we disagree.
Instant
Where in the
replay.
Constitution does it say that that's a right?
People have the right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. It's like
Oh, so you're pro-life. Oh, you're not pro-life.
No, I'm not.
But people have the right to life, liberty, and the pursuit. Oh, people. Okay.
I don't believe that fetuses are people.
Oh,
What
here
are
we
they?
go.
Cats? Unicorns?
Fetuses.
Of?
I don't appreciate the trap that you're putting me in.
It's not a trap. It's just what the fetuses of what?
They are going to be humans. I believe that the rights of the humans that are currently around are what I'll be focusing on in my life instead of the rights of, fetuses that haven't.
So fetuses have DNA from the first day of conception when they are zygotes.
Okay.
They have
Bananas have DNA.
banana
99%
DNA.
DNA.
Right.
of humans.
So what is the DNA consisted of at conception? What DNA is it? Is it cat, hamburger, tree?
Yeah.
You guys don't want to talk about pro-life and the importance of the unborn humans and
it
unborn
actually
females?
was not on our.
Because it says she, the people. What about the unborn babies, the unborn females?
Thank you for having
No,
me.
I don't.
It's definitely-
You don't think that fetuses are humans?
It's
Don't
a-
touch my stuff.
It's a huge concern of
Let's
ours,
not give her the-
but we
the
don't.
not
have
important.
time
All
to get
right.
into
When I
it.
said women's rights, I meant women's rights in the womb. But apparently,
Hold on. Time out. Did y'all hear what she just said? She said, we don't have time to get into that. And earlier she said that wasn't on our agenda. But she has time to go to like 40 different protests, but she doesn't have time to sit and talk about something that's pretty relevant, especially considering life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. The words that came out of her mouth. But now she doesn't have time. Old saying, coming back once again. Say it with me, y'all. When the facts come out, they always run. And the lady with the black sports bra on the left there. I don't like this trap that you're walking me into. Oh man, Kaylin is good. Kaylin is good at what she does. She's mastered these interviews. Absolutely mastered these interviews. It's incredible. Absolutely incredible. But let's continue on. Oh man.
you guys don't agree with that. That's sad. What
I
about the
didn't
women's
say-
rights in
No,
the
I
womb?
never said I don't agree with that.
So you are pro-life.
I didn't say that either.
Are you pro-life?
I'm not going to talk about that right now.
Oh.
All right, that's
Thank
disappointing.
you for having me on your channel.
Bye. Yeah, thanks for the content.
So, once again, people just making a fool out of themselves, and excuse my language there, but my goodness, come on. Really? Just walking contradictions, walking hypocrites, mindless zombies. Stuff is crazy. You believe in life, but you're not pro-life. How does that work? You use it in one argument, but then you try to throw it away in another argument. How does that even make sense? When it benefits you, you want to use it, but when it doesn't, it doesn't even exist. Makes a whole lot of sense. Okay. Just love that part of the video, man. That was incredible. Absolutely incredible. But one other thing that I do want to touch on is when she was talking about the pursuit of happiness. And I think people get confused when they mention the pursuit of happiness. They think that means you deserve to be happy. It is your right to be happy. And no, that is not your right. You don't deserve anything. Nobody owes you a single thing. You can pursue your own happiness, but that doesn't mean the rest of us have to do anything to make you happy. You are responsible for you. The person you see every morning in the mirror when you brush your teeth, that's the person that's responsible for your happiness. And another question would be, how are they able to afford going to 40 different protests all the time? Like, how does that work? Were all those protests in our own town or something? Like, they had to be, right? Or close by. Like, there's no way you could take that many days off of work. Unless she's like just loaded with money. Which I guess is possible. You know, she could have had some rich parents or something. I don't know. But yeah, how does that work? Or does the government like pay these kinds of folks? Let me know in the comments. I'm genuinely curious. Because you see folks like this in different videos. And I'm like, yo, how in the world do they have the time to do this type of stuff? I'm over here complaining about not having enough time in the day. I feel like 24 hours isn't enough, right? I'm wishing I had more time or that I didn't have to go to sleep so I could get more stuff done. And they're over here, we want rights, marching down the street every 2 days. And I'm like, yo, how in the world? Where do you get this much time? Where can I buy this stuff from? Who's loaning you their time? Like, please let me know, because I need some too. Seriously, this is crazy. Like, either she's loaded or the government is like paying them to do that type of stuff, because there's no way. Especially with inflation right now. Come on. Taking 40 plus days off? Please. Please. I didn't even know where she work at. I think we all need to find out where she work at, because we need to be hired. I ain't taking no days off. I need all that. But anyway, as always, shout out to Caitlin. I'll leave the original link in the description box below. Thank you guys for tuning in once again. Thank you for all the continued love and support as always. You know, liking, commenting, subscribing, sharing these videos. I greatly appreciate it. And let me know what you thought about this craziness in the comment section below. I'm going to catch y'all in the next one. Peace and love. I'm out.